Every day in our room, we learn something more about being fair. Would you like to see how?
Not particularly.
Well, right now, Tommy thinks this game is not fair.
He thinks it's a rigged witch hunt.
Of course, each child who is chosen chooses another from the ring.
Hey, I know how to play lacrosse, lady.
But Tommy thinks they choose only their friends, and that doesn't seem fair.
Spoken like a kid with a friend deficit.
That's what Tommy's thinking. They choose only their friends.
He can only think 5 words at a time.
But look, Marilyn chooses Tommy, and she isn't a friend of his.
Wait, she said that?
Now Tommy will choose someone who isn't a special friend.
Shouldn't be hard.
This way, everyone gets a chance to play. That's being fair, isn't it?
In a sad kind of way, sure.
Yes, every day in our room we learn something more about fairness.
And the public domain songbook.
Another day in class, Tommy is making a cutout horse and wagon.
For his movie, The Spirit of Christmas.
Now all he needs is some paste to keep them in place. Let's see. The bottle of paste is in the cabinet.
With the rest of the snacks.
Yes,
Fine, I guess I'll get up.
but Arnold needs the paste too, and he was first. Is this fair? Shouldn't Tommy wait his turn?
Checking privilege. Not found.
Let's think with Tommy about other times when we wait our turn. When we want to go on the slide on the playground.
The ancient Indian playground.
It isn't fair, is it, when someone tries to go on the slide before you? This boy should go to the end of the line and take his turn as everyone does.
Yeah, you jerk.
This way, everyone can have a fair chance to use the slide.
Slides are the opiate of the masses.
And we all have fun when we play fair and take turns.
Now show us how to split a check at Applebee's when no one has cash.
There are other places, too, where we take turns. At the drinking fountain, no one pushes, no one shoves.
No one goes with girls who does.
No one pushes when we're waiting for a bus, either.
Ah, utopia.
Everyone stands in line and waits his turn.
Even little Susie waits his turn.
Can you think of other places where we play fair by waiting our turn?
Church, the shooting range, a crack house, stately Xanadu?
Tommy thinks it would be better to wait his turn. He can use the paste after Arnold uses it. That's the fair thing to do, isn't it?
I mean, I guess.
But what is Arnold doing?
Making an imagination taco?
Why, he's taking some paste for himself, and he's going to give the whole bottle of paste to Tommy.
At a significant markup.
Arnold knows that there is only one bottle of paste in the cabinet, and that others want to use it. So he took a little paste for himself and shared the rest of it with Tommy.
Uh-huh.
Arnold showed Tommy that another way to be fair is to share things.
And then explain it a lot.
Do you think when we share, we are being fair?
I don't really care. I'm going out for some air.
Tommy remembers one day when he had some work to do, raking leaves.
Doodly doodly
Jim
doodly.
was there, too, and they had Tommy's bike to play with. Jim said he would help rake the leaves if he could ride Tommy's bike part of the time.
Okay.
They would share the work and the fun by taking turns.
Then it all went south.
First, Jim was to ride the bike while Tommy raked leaves.
Is being a sucker a way of being fair?
Then Jim was to come back and take a turn raking leaves while Tommy rode the bike. That sounded fair enough.
At least it sounded fair when Tommy was high on paste.
But Jim refused to give up the bike when it was Tommy's turn to ride.
I've altered the bargain.
Is this fair?
All's fair in love and war and bikes and stuff.
Jim was supposed to share the work and the bike with Tommy. Sharing things with your friends is a good way of being fair, isn't it?
And now, revenge for beginners.
And Tommy knows that sharing things in the classroom is a good way to be fair.
Back to this again, huh?
Others need to use the paste. Tommy is glad to share it. Sharing helps us in both our work and our play.
Oh, little Amy Mann is very grateful.
What else do we learn about being fair? Robert knows that Sally likes to model with clay. Her little clay animal looks almost real, doesn't it?
Don't put me on the spot like
But
this.
Robert isn't doing too well.
He's no Will Vinton.
Can you guess what Robert is thinking?
This is bogus. When's snack time?
He thinks it would be a good idea to mess up Sally's work. Make it look as bad as his.
Oh, no one deserves that.
Oh! Would that be fair?
Yes, kill me, I'm begging
No.
you.
Robert wouldn't want anyone to spoil his work. Why, he remembers one day in the garage at home when he carefully painted a design on the stool he had built.
As one does, sure.
Some bullies came in and began to tease him about the stool.
Hi, we're bullies. Is this a good
They
time?
said they were going to mess up his work. Was that fair?
Yes? No? Pass.
No. The fair thing to do is to respect the rights of others. Robert certainly wished they had respected his rights and his work.
This is censorship. Come back here and debate me.
Yes, Robert knows that he shouldn't even think about messing up Sally's work. He will respect her work and her rights. Maybe he can learn something from her. Maybe she'll even give him some help.
Maybe she'll marry him and fix him.
See? Sally wants Robert's work to be good, too. Can you think of anything more fair than that?
Mortality, the relentless, unstoppable march of time. I don't know.
Do you see how in our class we learn something new about fairness every day?
That's the messaging, yeah.
That's what makes our room such a good place for work and play. Our class showed it one day when I was called out of the room for a few minutes.
By Nick Fury.
Listening to the teacher and obeying the rules are good ways of being fair.
You said that about
I asked
photosynthesis.
the class to work quietly while I was gone.
That was your biggest mistake.
Do you think they did?
I don't not think they didn't.
See if you think they knew how to be fair and obey the rules when they were by themselves.
But I'm altering the results of the experiment merely by observing.
When Susie had something to tell Betty, she whispered it, so as not to disturb the others.
Gossip responsibly.
Susie was being fair to the class, for the class wanted quiet so they could work.
They told you that? You bought it?
Everyone had work to do.
Especially Billy Keene here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Dorothy had trouble, but Roger was glad to help her. Do you think that helping others is another way of being
Can you restate that as a complete thought?
Betty found something funny she thought Jack would enjoy.
That's racist.
Isn't this another way of sharing?
Yeah, that's why spam filters and block buttons were invented.
Of course, I was pleased when I came back into the room. Everyone was quietly doing his own work.
Pronoun trouble again.
Isn't this a good way of being fair?
Sure.
Do you always try to be gets a chance to play?
Am I drunk or is the movie drunk?
Don't you think our class knows a good bit about fairness? Is it any wonder that our room is such a good place for work and play?
What about the cheese, huh? Life's not fair to the cheese, always standing alone. How come nobody ever thinks of the cheese? Tell me that! Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoy Fun with Shorts, please like and share. And if you want to see all the Fun with Shorts, check me out at patreon.com/JoshWay. For as little as $1 per video, you can see the monthly exclusive episode as well as other goodies and freebies. Thanks a lot. See you next time.